Okay, now that you have understood all the theory regarding variables, now let us go into the hands-on with the variables and let us actually use the variables to see how it can be useful in our coding. Okay, so this was the file that we were using in the last hands-on. Okay, moving from that file onwards, we will create another file. Okay, that file will be using for observing our variables concept. Okay, so let us go again. We know the procedure how we can do that. Just click on the project that we are having. Okay, right click on that project. Okay, so here you will find new, and in that new we are going to select Python file. Okay, so you can give any name to the file. I will call that file as variable. Okay, we don't have to give any extension to our file, so variable name will be sufficient. And if you just press enter, the file should be visible in front of you. Okay, so now we are in the same project of hello world. We are having two files. One was the hello world previous file, and now this will be the next file or the new file in which we are going to see the next concepts. Okay, so going from the concepts that we had seen in the last hands-on, okay, we will start from there itself and then we will move towards our new concept. Okay, so in the last hands-on we had seen how we can make use of print function to print various types of values. Okay, so this print function, first print function, we had used to print string kind of values. Okay, whereas these were your numeric values, and in that video we had called it as numeric values, but as we have seen in the theory lecture, this will be specifically a integer kind of value. Okay, and in this last printf what we had done is we had printed, we had given input as both string values as well as the integer values. So we know the output of this would come out to be integer. Okay, now let us go into the variable concept. So as we have seen how simple it is to use print function in Python, actually using variables is even simpler. Okay, and the use of variables that we are going to see right now will actually give nightmares to you if you are coming from the background of C language or Java language, because it is very simple to use variables in Python language. Okay, so let us go in the hands-on and see how we can use variables. So if I again write the things that we had done in the earlier hands-on, so we had printed hello world, right? Okay, and I had already told you that this hello world that we have written in double quotes, anything that is written in double quote, it comes under string data type. Okay, so this data is in string data type right now, hello world. But suppose what if I don't want to print it directly? Okay, so the concept of variable is that, as we have already seen in the theory lecture, the concept of variable is that I wish to store that data in some memory location. Okay, the user wants to store its data into some temporary memory location. That memory location we want to access. Okay, so rather than printing this, we know that if I print this, if I run this code, it will print hello world. But what I want to do right now is that I don't want to print it as it is. What I want to do is I want to store my data. My data right now is hello world. Okay, and I want to store that data in some variable. Okay, so we will call this as suppose name. Okay, I'm going to call my variable as name. Okay, so what I've done right now here is that I have used a label here, and the name of that the label is I am naming it as name. Okay, and what I am doing here is I am storing my data inside that particular name variable. Okay, so variable, as we have seen in the theory lecture, it is nothing but it is a memory location that user uses. It is the memory location that computer gives you to store your data. Okay, and as you can see, this is it about variable. Okay, there is no declaration, there is nothing else. This is the thing, or this much is there to use your variable. Okay, so we have not declared the type of variable, we have not said anything about variable. What we have directly done is we have written the data that we had wanted on right hand side, and on the left hand side we had given the name by which I am going to use the data, and that name or the variable, we are calling it as name. Okay, and it will be used in the program. Okay, so how we can use that variable now? So to use that variable, what I'll have to do is I'll again use print. Okay, so the print function, as we know, it is used to print anything that we want. Okay, so right now my data is stored inside a memory location which is pointed by name variable. Okay, so what I can do here is I can directly write name here. Okay, so what we have done is we have stored our data which was in the string form. Why string? Because it had double quotes around it. So string is stored inside a memory location. That memory location, we call it as variable. We have given a particular indication or name to that variable, so that name is itself name. Okay, so that is very confusing, that is going on. And what I'm doing right now is I'm printing that with this second line. So let us see whether this works or not. So one thing that you'll have to be very careful about is which file you are going to run. Okay, so just observe what happens right now if I just click over here. So if I just click over here, the run button that is there, it is not showing me the output that I wanted. Okay, so that was the one thing that I had already told you, that while running the code, when you have multiple files in your project, make sure that you are running the proper file. So which are the ways in which you can check whether you are right or wrong? So better ways, just right click, and by right clicking it, you will be able to run your code. Okay, so I am right clicking and now I was able to run my code. And if you observe the output now, you'll find that I am getting the output as hello world. Okay, so same thing that we had done earlier, right? But the only thing that we are doing different here is that I am using a variable to store my data inside. The variable will be, it's called, or I have given it a name as name itself, and I am storing my data inside that variable, and I am using that variable as a label to in the next program. It's simple, isn't it? But there are a lot of things that you will have to understand here, and the way Python is working here. Okay, and there was a reason why I said that if you have come from background of C language or Java language, you will find this very horrifying. Okay, the reason here is that while doing this two-line coding, okay, there are a lot of things that we have not done. Okay, which are those things? I have not declared the type of this variable. Okay, generally, if you know, if in general languages, when we use any variable, before using the variable, we declare the type of that variable. Okay, the declaration means we tell the computer which kind of value is expected inside this variable, whether I'm going to store integer variable, whether it will be a float variable, likewise. Okay, but there is no such a declaration in Python, and that is the best thing about Python, that you need not have to worry about the data type. Okay, and that is why the variables in Python are very different than the variables in other languages. How? In other languages, the variables are very important in terms of their data type. It means that the data type by which you have declared that variable, only that kind of value you can store. For example, if I had declared this variable as integer outside somewhere, so in those languages you have to store integer value only. Okay, so if suppose I have declared this variable as string, okay, so in those languages you will have to store a string value only, which we have done in this case. But this is not the case with Python. Python says that store whatever you want to store inside this variable, and I will understand what kind of value you want to store inside that variable. Okay, so isn't that cool? Just understand what kind of power Python is giving you. Okay, what kind of flexibility Python is giving us by providing this feature, that we are not required to declare the variable beforehand. We can use it. Python will understand, okay, you have done this, and this is the kind of value that you want to store. I will store it. Okay, the next thing that I will show you, again it will be very interesting, and it will again surprise you in a way. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, just observe carefully. Suppose I have written name is equal to 10. Okay, and right now what I am doing is print name. Okay, now just observe the code that I have written in front of you. Okay, and one trick I will tell you to understand any programming language better is that before running the code, you should be able to predict what will be the output of that particular code. Okay, so I'll give you some time, think over it, pause the video if you want, but think over this and just try to guess what will be the output of this particular code. Okay, the thing that I have done here is that on the first line I have given name and I have passed a value of string to it. I have written printf print function. On the third line what I've done is I have given a numeric value, specifically integer value, to name again, and right now what I've done is I have printing the name. Okay, so if you compare it with other language like C and Java, if you write this code, it should definitely give you error that the declaration is not matching the data type. You must have declared it beforehand in terms of integer or string, but right now what I'm doing is I'm giving both values to the same variable. Just try to imagine what will happen. Okay, so I think you must have got around it now. So let's just run it and just check what output we get. Okay, and to the surprise, okay, what we are getting here is Python is not giving you any error. Python is using that name as not a static variable but actually as a label. Okay, so that is the very different thing that comes in Python. It is that a variable is used as a label, okay, instead of a very static entity. Okay, so what is happening here is that in the first case it is considering the value which is passed as string, so it is saying that okay, name is the variable that user wants and it is of type string. But as soon as you do this, it says that okay, now the user wants to use it as integer variable, so I will consider it as integer. Okay, so this is the intelligent way of understanding the data that is being sent to you. Okay, so I just want you to observe this code and I just want you to understand the things that are going on here. So I think by now you are able to understand the real power of Python. It is giving you all the freedom in the world to use it any way you want to carry out your tasks. Okay, it is not asking you to declare the variable beforehand. It is giving you all the freedom to use it any way you want. Just perform your tasks. Okay, to just see internally what the Python is thinking and what the Python is considering or its perspective about the data, there is one function that we can make use of that will help us understand that. Okay, and that function would be type. Okay, just observe what happens when I use that function inside this particular print. Okay, and I want to know the type of my variable name. Okay, and same thing I'm going to do before the last printf. So print. Okay, so I'll write again print and type of my variable name. Okay, so basically type is a built-in function in Python which is used to know which type of variable it is, which data type, what is the data type of that particular variable. Okay, so using that variable we can find that out and we will confirm what we had understood till now. Okay, so let us just run this code and let us just find out what output we get. Okay, so as you can observe, just observe it carefully. Okay, the output that we are getting here. Okay, so the first type that came out, the first print that came out, it said that the name is of type str. Okay, and str stands for string. Okay, and it printed the hello world. Whereas in the second case, where I asked for the type of the same variable name, it is saying me that now the Python considers it as int, okay, or integer. We are going to see what this class means and what classes and objects are, but time being, just understand what it is telling us. It is telling that the type of variable name in the first case was considered as string by Python, whereas the type of the variable, same variable name, by the Python was considered as integer in the second case, just because we had passed different values to the same variable. And unlike other languages, I'm again intentionally telling you this, that unlike other languages where this kind of programming will result in error, this is completely and absolutely valid inside Python programming. Okay. Okay, so I think you have understood the concept of variables and data types. Don't worry if you are overwhelmed with some of the theoretical concepts in the earlier theoretical video. As we go along with the course, these concepts will come in front of us and we will know them more. Okay, these are some general overviews, so don't worry if you're not getting something, but I will urge you to go with the hands-on with this particular thing and get to know this more. More practice will make you better with the coding. Okay, so okay then I'll see you in the next video.